Hi, I'm Michael Whitehouse, and this is the Daily Michael video blog for August 30th, 2009, which is a Sunday, or which was a Sunday. That interesting stack of stuff you just looked at was what the camera is precariously perched on top of, because I don't have a tripod or anything. I have a barbecue grill with a couple of books on tape and a box of Cheez-Its. Yeah, box of Cheez-Its on top of that, which is much cheaper than a tripod. That's why I use it. So today I'm finally going to show you the montage of attractive and not waifish women that I've been assembling and haven't had the chance to set up yet. Mostly because I wanted to read all these great responses I got from people to the video blog on the 24th. So, I'll start. First off, Big Master of God, I love his screen name, it's fantastic, says anyone weighing under 115 who is fully grown should eat some food quickly lest they pass out from starvation. A good point. Temper says, well, as a fat chick, I never had an issue of getting attention, and if you think the fat is the worst part of me, well, I must be a saint underneath. Did you know that there's a form of bigotry called fatism? Me either, until recently. So let the waif lovers sit with their perfect pictures. I suspect the less perfect won't be seeing the erotica, they'll be being the erotica. We also had a great response on LiveJournal from Avivo, which is a little bit lengthy, but I think it's worth reading. So here it is. The understanding that you ought to be thin to be beautiful is a very recent one, within the last 100 years. Before this, if you were thin, it was an indication that you were too poor to afford enough food. The thin push is also a Western concept. One of my favorite stories from Anthro was an experience my teacher had in Indonesia. Riding a bus through the city, she watched an extremely large and fat woman get on the bus. The bus driver immediately began to exclaim over how large this woman was, saying he could not believe how fat she was, that he had never seen someone so fat, that she must have lots of very fat children, that she would need to pay for 2 tickets because she was so large and would take up 2 seats. My teacher was initially mortified, until she saw the woman was beaming under the comments, happily paid for 2 tickets, and invited the bus driver to dinner. Despite the reasons for popularity of waif-like forms in the fashion industry, having nothing to do with the attractiveness of a specific shape for the female body, you cannot discount the impact that said industry has on the consciousness of young girls who want to be fashionable and glamorous. A phase many girls go through, even if they later grow out of it. As you said, this body shape trickles down off the runway into photo shoots for magazines. It can trickle like right through sewer grates and everything because they're really skinny. Magazines, even clothing lines who have models that look like real people, but thin real people. Remember that the label plus size starts at about 14 in women's clothing. For reference, if you aren't particularly familiar with women's sizing, I wear a 14. If you know Aviva, she wears a 14. Also for reference, I believe Marilyn Monroe was a size 12, making her one size short of plus-sized. The main thing, though, is that there is a multi-billion-dollar industry in this country that functions entirely on making women think they are fat and need the services of these companies to make them skinny and attractive. As long as they can make money on it, they will continue to do it. And it's an extremely insidious piece of psychology. The goal is to make you feel like you are fat, whether you are or not, and that this makes you less attractive. Then you will be less self-confident, decreasing your ability to attract people. This feeds itself directly back into your thought that being fat makes you unable to attract people. And of course, being fat makes you unhappy, which makes you want to find happiness, which you think you can find by buying things. I added that part. I'm not in any way, shape, or form agreeing with any of this, but it works on a person's subconscious, and I don't think you can discount how much that makes it extremely difficult to combat, especially when so much money is spent on reinforcing it. So thank you for this. That was very good. That's why I decided to read it in its entirety. There's some very good points there about that. And she also had a very good point that there's money to be made on convincing people that they are unattractive. If you convince people they're attractive, they're done, they don't need anything. However, I think perhaps if there were some way to make money convincing people they were attractive, then that would do a lot of good. I'm going to think about that one. I got a thought percolating here. We'll work on it. So, to demonstrate to you that you don't have to be under 115 pounds to be attractive, I have this lovely montage of beautiful women who are all 120 pounds or more. Most are significantly more, but I needed a straight cutoff because some people were asking to be in the montage, and I didn't want to subjectively say, yeah, you're not pretty enough, because that does not go over well at all. let me tell you. So I cut it at 120, and everyone was happy. So here it is, my montage of beautiful non-waif women. I hope you enjoy it.